What if your nervous system is your real I am? Not your thoughts, not your affirmations, not your visualizations, but your very state that you carry within yourself and that you emanate from your body. Well, today we're going to check the first chapter, I Am, of Neville Goddard's book, The Power of Awareness. But we're going to check this chapter, the book, the entire book actually in this series, through a different lens. We're going to check it through nervous system lens because I think this is very important nowadays. Because most people, they take Neville's teachings rather mentally, but embodiment is what actually makes it real. Okay, so let's check the first chapter. Just quickly, you guys, I will put the card on the screen, and you can click there. There is going to be the entire chapter reading of this book, the chapter I Am that I already published for you. So if you want to check it there, because today we're just going to check some bits and pieces of his work in here. Okay, so what I want to stress on, the lights is consciousness. Consciousness is one, manifesting in legions of forms or levels of consciousness. Okay, there is no one that is not all that is. For consciousness, though expressed in an infinite series of levels, is not divisional. There is no real separation or gap in consciousness. I am cannot be divided. I may conceive myself to be a rich man, a poor man, a beggar man, or a thief, but at the center of my being remains the same, regardless of the concept I hold of myself. And the center of manifestation, there is only one I am, manifesting in legions of forms or concepts of itself, and I am that I am. I am is the self-definition of the absolute, the foundation on which everything rests. Okay, let's strip this one down, okay? I am is not a sentence, okay? It is not I am successful, I am rich, I am loved. It's not. It is the state your system is in. Before any words can really come, your state first, words later. Okay? So, from a nervous system perspective, really, I am is your regulated, integrated nervous system. It is a baseline regulation state. Okay? So, you have to check yourself. Are you contracted? Are you guarded? Are you seeking something? Or are you settled? You feel calm, you feel open, or you feel safe? Because really, whatever your system feels like, really, it emanates. And this is what you are being, what your system shows itself as, not what your mind tries to convince you of. Okay, you can force yourself to think about anything in any shape or form. However, only embodiment expresses itself as real. Okay? Not what you're thinking. So let's check it out. The next one. I am is the feeling of permanent awareness. The very center of consciousness is the feeling of I am. I may forget who I am, where I am, what I am, but I cannot forget that I am. So Neville stresses here on the fact that you actually can embody many shapes and forms in terms of what you understand yourself to be as, the identity that you carry, right? But you will never forget the very fact that you are present. Okay, you will never forget that you're present. You may forget where you are, what's your name, whatever, but you will never forget that you are present. So let's just go somewhere else. Oh, this is the one I wanted to stress on. That is your concept of yourself, such as I am strong, I am secure, I am loved, determines the world in which you live. Now, let's stop here, really, because we have to be honest with ourselves first. Okay, Neville Goddard himself, he taught actors, singers, dancers, the most people that actually use their imagination. They are the creators in this world. And for these people, imagination and the strong affirmations did work, especially at that time. But for like converting this knowledge to this timeline, to this time, to our nervous systems, this entire technique will take totally different form because mostly people are already born traumatized. Like take 5 7 years of their first lives, there are already gonna be certain traumas they will work their entire life to overcome. So it's a totally different approach. We just have to be honest with ourselves to acknowledge this very fact. Okay? So just words alone will not do anything. For some nervous systems, especially at that time, visualization and image making in their mind did work. But now everything is totally different because the system, nervous system, doesn't feel safe at most. So it cannot accept whatever it tries to whatever your mind tries to force, because your system never responds to force. It only responds to safety. This is very important. Okay, so I just wanted to stress that. I am an American. Okay, you're not defining different I ams. You're defining different concepts of arrangements of the one cause substance, the one I am. Even in the phenomena of nature, if the tree were articulate, it would say, I am a tree, an apple tree, a fruitful tree. When you know that consciousness is the one and only reality, conceiving itself to be something good, bad, or indifferent, and becoming that which it conceived itself to be, you are free from the tyranny of second causes and free from the belief that there are causes outside of your own mind and that can affect your life. Okay, so Neville emphasizes here awareness overall. But awareness isn't just a mental observation, okay? It's rather interception, your ability to feel inside your own body. Just notice your breath, your posture, any tension, any contractions. This is actually where your identity resides in your body, not in your mind, you guys. Okay, and this is where most people misunderstand Neville. Really, they try to force a new identity, really. And the real shift isn't I will become someone new. Real shift will happen when you once decide that my system is safe enough to really let go of who I am not. And stop pretending, stop wearing those masks, those identities, those versions of yourselves or concepts of yourselves. Because the concept, what really is something you try position yourself as. But when you grow in your authenticity, when you regulate your nervous system, you do not seek any external approval, really, because even Neville says everything comes from I am. And from this lens, everything comes from your regulated state. Because when your system is settled, your perception will automatically change. Reactions will soften, certain decisions align, and reality really will reorganize. And it's not going to be a magic, but it's going to be based on coherence that you're emanating from your body. Okay? So I hope you guys understood this very chapter from nervous system lens. And I'll see you on the next one. And take care.